Hey guys, Saiyan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we fully EZA'd our boy MAJIN Vegeta on the stream earlier. Shout out to anybody who was there. And we're now going to do the level 10 links full rainbow showcase. Now, I'm going to do this one a little bit differently, because normally I'll play through most of a long form event. But this Vegeta, he doesn't really have any form of stacking or any sort of increase. So once we've seen a couple of turns of him with his like different rotations, he's obviously, the numbers are not going to change much from that. And I wanted to do two different showcases basically to try and make the most of his passive, because yeah, this man has a very long passive now that he is fully EZA'd. So defense 150%, attack 180 when performing a super. Then he gets Ki +2 and 20% damage reduction when there is an ally whose name includes Bulma on the team. Ki +2 and attack and defense 20% when there is an ally whose name includes Kid Trunks on the team. Ki +2 and chance of performing a crit 20% when there is an ally whose name includes Goku in the same turn. And then Ki +12 and performs a crit when HP is 30% or less once only. And then for his super attacks, so his 12 Ki is actually still the one you want to go for single targets for the big damage. Raises attack for one turn, does mega colossal damage, medium chance to stun. And then the 18 Ki is an AoE, raises attack for one turn, colossal damage to all enemies, medium chance to stun. So the problem with this is, of course, is the fact that there are very few, if any, teams that you can actually get his full passive. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only team is the Vegeta family one, because we have the Vegeta and Bulma unit, and then obviously the Kid Trunkses, and that's like the only team where you can really do that. So we're going to break this down into two showcases. So first of all, I want to show him off on the Super Saiyan 2 team. I'm a big fan of the Super Saiyan 2 category. This is probably the team I would run at the moment anyway, using this guy. So we just want to see how well he's going to perform here. So we're going to go ahead and do this. This isn't the best turn, because obviously he's not the... he doesn't get a defense raise, so I guess you can technically use him as a slot 1 unit, right? Because his defense isn't going to increase. Now here, he's got double support units on the rotation. 224 K defense. It's actually not terrible when you think about it. Only 3 links active as well. But yeah, obviously when it comes to really difficult content, like his defense, as I say, is not going to get any higher. And this is because we have a double support unit rotation. Both of these Super Saiyan 2 Gokus providing 30% attack and defense to Super Saiyan 2 units. But look at that, 6.8 million attack on with only 3 links active, which is with double support units. 6.8 million. So his single target super attack definitely can put out some big numbers, but his defense is going to be where he starts to like fall apart a little bit in longer content, I think. So obviously, to follow up from this, we are going to do some videos in some different like longer events. I really want to try him out in the Vegeta event just to see how much damage he's taken towards the end, because he's definitely one of those units that once you get to like Blue Evolution Vegeta at the end, if he takes a super attack, he's probably getting you killed. But I'm very interested to see how much he's going to take from like normal attacks and such. So be interesting to see how that plays out. But I want to get him on rotation with the Tech Vegeta transformed into MAJIN Vegeta, because obviously he's one of his best link partners. His other best link partner is the LR Prime Battle Vegeta, who obviously on JP should be the next one in line to get an EZA. On Global, we're obviously still waiting for the Prime Battle Trunks one. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But so let's see, we got you starting off with decent enough defense, 227. Again, we've got double support units on this rotation, so let's go ahead and do this. Been able to get the 17 Ki both times though, which is obviously the sweet spot for MAJIN Vegeta, because you want your Ki multiplier to be as high as possible, but you don't want to get to 18 Ki so that he then does the AoE. So 17 Ki has always been what you want to try and aim for with MAJIN Vegeta. Look at that, 7 million, because the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan gives 35% support instead of just 30. So, I mean, his attack stat, definitely good. I mean, 7 million attack is pretty nice. Sadly, we didn't get a crit either time, though. We had a Goku on the rotation. A little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Right, let's do this. Actually, what is Goku's defense? His defense is awful, and he doesn't raise defense on super attack, so we'll go ahead and put you in the middle and get your unit super, and then let's grab these tech orbs for you to top up your HP. So hopefully we finish. We should easily finish him off this turn. Yeah, 5.4 mil from Angel Vegeta, because then we get the tech Vegeta to transform into Majin Vegeta on this next turn. So that's what I really want to see here. So, of course, we don't take him out. He survives with the tiniest sliver of health and then super attacks, because why not? But Super Saiyan 2 Goku will finish him off here. So, let us see. So now we're going to have... we've still got the Gohan on rotation, I think, for this one. So the 35% support. We don't have a Goku, so we don't have the extra key and crit chance, but that's obviously not as important. Because that's the thing, right? Like, with his defense not being crazy high, ideally you really want him to have, like, that damage. Like, I feel like with his defense, the 20% damage reduction may actually be a pretty good, like, addition. But obviously he can only get that when there's a Bulma on the team, which is the worst restriction. Like, the Kid Trunks, at least like teams like well, he's on Super Saiyan 2, so actually there's not even teams like Super Saiyans. Very, very wonky design. I really don't understand why they decided to do that the way they did. So with a single support unit on rotation, he has 200k defense, which, again, it's not terrible, but it's nothing too crazy. So let's go ahead and see what kind of attacks that he's hitting here. We couldn't get the guard for the Tech Vegeta here, but after he raises his defense on super attack, he's just going to be taking double-digit damage from normal attacks anyway. So what are we going to get from Majin Vegeta here? Yeah, 7.2 million. I mean, I don't think you can really fault his attacks, right? Like, his attack stat, pretty good. Be interesting to see what he does with his AoE, but this is where you're going to come unstuck in more difficult content, because now we're taking the super. 100k is not too bad, but obviously we're not super far through the event, but yeah, 200k defense is just not really enough to cut it in a lot of the harder content, because we'll try him out in ESBR, where obviously something like his active skill, his 18 key super is going to be really, really good, right? Getting that AoE and just finishing everybody off. But yeah, next turn we're going to have a Goku on rotation. We'll have one of the Goku supports, so that will at least give him his crit chance, and we'll play out this next turn. And then I want to jump over to a Vegeta family team, where we can actually have the Vegeta Bulma and a Kid Trunks on the team, so we can see him with his full passive active. The only problem with doing that, of course, is it means we're not going to have a lot of support units around. So it'll be very interesting to see what those numbers are looking like on that team. So, oh wait, this is the double Majin Vegeta rotation. I mean, the 2 key and crit chance isn't really a hugely important thing, right? It doesn't affect his attack stats or his defense or anything. But on this kind of turn, where he's getting no support, then his defense is 172k, which not really anything too crazy. And obviously we're not getting the support here either. Let's do this. Can I get this to drop down? No. I wanted to try and get the 17 key again, but let's do his AoE, I guess, on this rotation, just to see what it looks like attack stat wise, and then we will jump over to the Vegeta family team. So let's see what he can get on this rotation. No support units on rotation, only 172k defense. So what is his attack stat going to be for his AoE? 4.1. I mean, that's pretty good considering it is an AoE. It's just obviously not what you really want to go for in single target events. So let's jump over to the Vegeta family team and see what he's looking like over there. Okay, so now we are back with the Vegeta family team. Vegeta, my rotations were all messed up, so here we are on turn 5, I think. But we got the Tech Majin Vegeta to transform, and we have no support on this rotation. We also cannot get the 17 key unless we do this. Well, we can't get 17 key, but so let's go ahead and do this. So if we look at the team, this is a Vegeta family team. So we have the physical Kid Trunks to fulfill that part of the passive, and we have this Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta on Bulma, to fulfill that part of the passive. So you can see without support, he's sat at 186k defense. So on the previous, on the Super Saiyan 2 team, he was at 172, was it, without support? So he's gained an extra 14k defense, which isn't really a crazy amount, but he does have the 20% damage reduction now. So obviously we've jumped into one of the easier Super Battle Infinite Dragon Ball History stages just because the team is so much weaker by having to bring these other units. So I'm not expecting him to like take crazy damage here anyway. Yeah, so he takes for double digits and then 6 million. And that's the problem with like the way this Vegeta family team is set up. Like I basically don't have room for support units, right? Because where I would put support units to float in slot 3, I've brought the Kid Trunks and the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma to activate these extra parts of Vegeta's passive. So even on this team setup where we are getting all of those things, I guess what I could have done on this rotation is rather than bring the GT Vegeta, we could have gone ahead and brought the we could have put the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta on this rotation because he only has to be on the team. He doesn't have to be on the same turn, and then we could have brought a support unit. But it's just a very big downside to the way this EZA works. The fact that you have to have this specific team setup when there isn't really the units that, you know, fit the bill. Like, most of the Kid Trunks units that we have that are actually good, there's like this one and the Tech one. The Tech one needs to get his EZA. And then I think after EZA, him and the Int Goten will probably be better than the EZA ones we have now. Mainly just because they have Fierce Battle. So they'll obviously be better synergy with the physical Goten and Trunks and a lot of other units on their teams. But we really knew, like, I don't understand why they designed this unit the way they did. Like, we need a new Kid Trunks that is for the Vegeta family team. If they're going to make him, like, this way, right? Like, make a Vegeta, make a Kid Trunks for this team that has like Vegeta family 40% attack and defense or something, and then, you know, he can fit in the team. He can just be a support unit. How much do we take from a super here with the damage reduction? See, only 10k, which is pretty good, and then 6.2 on the super. But this is the thing, we were definitely getting much higher attack stats by just running support. So we're not getting a huge amount of extra defense. We are getting the 20% damage reduction, which I feel could be useful in some harder content. It's just the fact that we wouldn't bring this team into the harder content because the team is now much weaker overall by having to have some of these units. So this definitely feels like the Majin Vegeta EZA definitely feels like a unit that maybe they designed it with these other units to release in the future in mind, but then for whatever reason like delayed the release of some of these other units or something. I don't know. I don't really understand, because even on a good team setup with his full passive active, this LR Majin Vegeta still wouldn't be anywhere near like LR Broly level. So it's just kind of, you know, obviously all LR EZAs get compared to him now, but it just seems weird that they would release this unit that even with his full passive active, he's not going to be like crazy game breaking, like best unit in the game or anything like that. But then at the same time, they made it so difficult to actually get his full passive active. Like, I really do not understand the logic behind this. So we'll go ahead and put him in the middle here so we can actually get legendary power. Although the only problem is, yeah, now on this rotation we're getting too much key. So yeah, that's the other thing, I guess, that's the downside with this setup, is because each of those extra units that we're bringing are also giving him extra key, then it ends up meaning that it's more difficult to just get the 17 key super. So there's just so many flaws in the design of this EZA, which is really unfortunate because, like I say, the team I used at the start, the Super Saiyan 2 team, I really like that team. And I probably will still run this Vegeta over like the the STR Majin Vegeta. I mean, 6 million on an AoE super is pretty good. But yeah, man, it just feels a little bit disappointing. He could have been so much better. That STR Vegeta and Bulma, it was one of my favourite TURs in the game when he came out. He was a global first. It was one of the first times, even though the banner was guaranteed featured, so obviously it wasn't as difficult. He was one of the first units in the game that I actually summoned non-stop until he was Rainbow. So I really should link level him, but obviously his EZA's not even been announced or anything on JP yet. So be interesting to see when they do finally do an EZA for him. But we'll go ahead and put him in slot 1 here. takes the damage still. Like, this is the easiest Infinite Dragon Ball history stage, and he's taking that much damage from a normal attack. And then the counter is pretty weak. But, like, when he released, because counter units can deal so much damage on counters, when he released, I think STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku was the most powerful TUR in the game at that point. When this guy released, as long as you could get, I think it was like 2 or 3 counters in one turn, he actually put out more damage in that one turn than Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I actually was looking back at some of my very, very old videos. With the release of the, I think it was the TUR for LR Vegito Blue, was out on Global earlier than JP, I believe. So Super STR on JP, on Global at one point was like way better than the JP version, because we had both this Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma and the TUR for Vegito Blue, who at the time of his release, like even his TUR was good. So, but anyway, there you go. This is the LR Majin Vegeta EZA. A little bit underwhelming, but he's not the worst unit. Like, his attack stats are definitely good, but we'll have to try him out in some of the harder content and see how he gets on. Obviously, Super Battle Road with the AoE is going to be pretty fun. I might try him out on like an extreme AGL team, or we'll try him out. Like, Pure Saiyans is such a difficult stage. It'll be interesting to see, like, he will get clapped in that stage without an item active, but I guess we'll see in some other videos. So, let me know what you guys think of Majin Vegeta. How did you find the EZA event? Yeah, just let me know what you think of him down below. It'd be interesting to test him out more, but he definitely does seem a little bit underwhelming, which is unfortunate because he is such a cool unit. I love his design. Like, his revamped super attack is really cool, but I don't know, man. So you guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.